Atlantis Unveiled.
Despite
No kingdom
all
has
the
been
noise,
developed. Ijolan.
there has never been any kingdom developed in Ijoland. None. My definition of Ijo is the boundaries of Nembe coming down to Arombo and their areas in Edo State. There have never been any boundary. There have never been any form of any civilization. Even if the Nembe, Calabari, and Boni claim to be Ijos, they were not kingdoms. They were city-states. Read Tekenata Buno, read Alabua, read DK, city-states, not kingdoms. So that is that. Those are the most, if they are considered Ijo, those are the most sophisticated and most civilized among them. Now, who are these Ijos? It is difficult to say their origin. Talbot tried to claim, out of ignorance though, the time Talbot wrote, the works of archaeology has not been established. Neither has the work of genetic mapping. Neither has the work of linguistics. Now, some carefree people list Ijo as some of the oldest people on the coast of West Africa. But what we have just discovered is that that argument is not sustainable. The oldest West Africans are, of course, the Yoruba, the Mende, and the Esa. Yoruba including the aboriginals of Ishakiri. Yes, they have the ghost DNA. The oldest archaeological finds, again, corroborate the ghost DNA. Now, linguistics find has also shown that the Yoruba, including the Shakiri, Olukumi Wuse, have all the primary sounds, some not found in Ijo, which means linguistically, Shakiri is older than Ijo, archaeologically and genetically by some portions at least of the Shakiri have ghost DNA and some other superior genes. What has this got to do with my title? Yes, my title is saying federal government is igniting a war in the western periphery of the Niger Delta. And they have been doing this for quite some time, at least since 1997. Now, let's look at the Ijos, or some who claim to be Ijos, like Kiad Bodo, which is ancient to some extent, but not too ancient, but at least up to 700 years, like Ogula, about 1,000 years, first occupied by Shakiri. Yes, they are Juju, Olokobieri, Eriara, Ogula, all the Shakiri names. What am I trying to say? How is the federal government igniting war? The federal government will cause a war where the Western Niger Delta and the Western Niger Delta Fringe will be a place where very soon Nigeria will be begging for peace, and peace will never come. Very soon. Why? The jaws of Isaba, tenants to Ishakiri. The jaw of Ogbejo, tenant to Ishakiri. The jaw of Diebri, tenant to Ishakiri. The jaws of Egbema, shared tenants between Bidi and Ishakiri. The jaws of Arogbo, formerly tenants to Ishakiri. Misunderstanding between the Ishakiri and the Ilaje made them to have some independence. In 1644, Antonio Domingo Zoyeda Akbara, 1644, he fought with Babiti Oloerogbo in the province of Ondo. Go and read William Moore. Erogbo is the larger name which is corrupted to Arogbo. The Ishakiri defeated them and built a principality there. Yes. It was later the Ijaws came and the Ishakiris accommodated them in a land they took from Elijah. Just the same way they accommodated Tompolo's fathers in a land they took from Omadino and Ugborodo. Why am I talking all this for? It is simple. Tenants of Baramatu, Diebri, Saba, Ogbijo, and former ex-slaves of Baramatu are now made equal status with Ishakiri. Ishakiri are not happy. They did not fight now, doesn't mean they won't fight in future. Because you can't take my wife and give to another person. Now, because of the misbehavior of the INEC chairman, these Ijaws who have bribed INEC, you can't say it's not bribed, it's bribed. These Ijaws who have bribed INEC chairman have now come to Edo State to just Ijaw are trying to carve a place. We are watching very, very carefully. Remember that you beat Ishakiri because they are minority in that. Benis are majority in Edo State. If the Benis start fighting, we'll fight too. So, Tompolo, get ready. If the Benis venture shooting or you misbehave, if there is, that whole region will be very rowdy. Yes, because you are using money of your bunkering, you slave, to disbalance, let me call it disbalance people, not unbalance, to disbalance people. We are watching you, fake priest of fake beso, and your enemy. He's your enemy because what he has done, he has put coffin on your head. INEC chairman has put a coffin on Tompolo's head, unknown to him. Thank you.